Namaste, welcome to the live session of the Hanuman Chalisa class. As we know, it's a hybrid session. There will be a live broadcast of a physical class that is happening. So any external noises, disturbances are regretted. Please have a notepad and a pen with you. So write down the meaning so that you can learn the shloka chanting with the meaning and post your queries and comments. They will be answered definitely before the end of the class. So now we start the session with Om. 3 times. श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् तापिच्छनीलं धृतदिव्यशीलं ब्रह्माद्वयं व्यापकमव्ययं च राजाधिराजं विशदं विराजं सीताभिरामं प्रणमामि रामं मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीगुरुचरणसरोजरज निजमनमुकुरसुधारि वरणौ रघुवरविमलयश जोदायकफलचारि बुद्धिहीनतनुजानिके सुमिरौ पवनकुमार बलबुद्धिविद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धाम अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नाम महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई सहस वदन तुम्हरो यश गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद शारद सहित अहीशा यम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाए राजपद पद दीन्हा तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना. As I announced in the previous class also, please pronounce bhay as not as bhaya but as bhay. Okay, because the meaning there is bhay, which means to become, not bhaya as in fear, right? Now we've seen the meaning of how the Guru Tattva works here in the form of Hanuman to bring the devotee to the Lord and to bring the Lord to the devotee in the case of devotee to the Lord in the case of Vibhishana to Rama, and Lord to the devotee in the case of Sugriva, where Rama went to meet Sugriva. Now in the next two verses, the two other great deeds of Rama are mentioned, Hanuman are mentioned. The first two great deeds of Rama, first three great deeds of Rama, Hanuman that we have seen so far are bringing the Sanjeevani herb, and then bringing Sugriva, bringing Rama to Sugriva, bringing Vibhishana to Rama. Now two more great deeds are seen. Okay. युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु दीर्घ युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानु मधुर फल जानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानु. Same way we learn the second shloka also, so that it becomes next shloka also, so that it becomes easy to get the meaning of both together. प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुखमाई प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुखमाही प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुखमाही प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुखमाही माही माही प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुखमाही प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुखमाही जलधि लांघि गए जलधि लांघि गए जलधि लांघि गए जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही अचरज नाही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुखमाही प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुखमाही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही. Together we sing both the stanzas. युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुखमाही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही. Okay, so one second, I'll refresh it to the previous shloka so that it becomes clear. Okay, so now Yuga Sahasra Yojana Par Bhanu. Bhanu refers to what?
To become.
What is Bhanu? You've come to Aditya Hridayam class. Surya. Bhanu, Bhaskara, Martanda, Chanda, Rashmi, Divakara, we say no. What is Bhanu? Bhanu means Surya Bhagavan. But here the interesting thing is, in Sanskrit we say Bhanu. So here in Avadhi, that's why emphasized on the Dirgha Ukara. Bhanu is used in a different vibhakti. It doesn't mean the same thing, but here anyway, Bhanu is how we say it in Sanskrit. In Avadhi it seems to be Bhanu in the shloka here. Okay, so Yuga Sahasra Yojana Par Bhanu. Bhanu, the Surya Bhagavan. Bhanu refers to sun. Yuga Sahasra. What does Yuga mean actually? When you think of Yuga, what do you think of? Four Yugas, no? Okay, there are two meanings of Yuga. We will see. So Yuga Sahasra. Sahasra means what?
1,000.
1,000. So yuga we can take it as an indication of time, measure of time. Okay, write it as measure of time. We will see what. There are two possible interpretations, and there is a, I'm sure you've seen somewhere about the science in Hanuman Chalisa. Have any of you read about it or seen? No? Hanuman Chalisa, very good. But in Hanuman Chalisa, there is a reference to astronomy. Okay, it is here in this particular shloka. So we will see a little bit of the astronomy which we find that 𝗂𝗪𝗓 knew when he wrote Hanuman Chalisa. Okay, so in fact all through our scriptures, and if you read, there will be a lot of scientific facts. Many things which we now realize and say, oh, gravity, you think Isaac Newton waited for apple to fall on his head and that's how the world knew of gravity? No, not at all. Long ago, really long ago, in our Bharat, there was a Maharishi called Kannada. He told that there is a concept called Gurutvam. Guru, gravi, sounds very similar. This Gurutvam was taken by the Latin scientists who changed the name to gravity according to their language, and then brought out one new thing. And what do we do in our science textbooks? We study that Isaac Newton discovered gravity. Who discovered gravity? Long ago, nobody discovered gravity. Everybody knew of its existence. Maharishi Kannada codified and documented it in his philosophy, which is known as, anybody knows? There is a video that we released recently in 𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗀 called the Darshanas. If anybody is interested in science, go read about one darshana called Vaisheshika. It is extremely scientific. Go and look, that is your homework. Go to the Darshanas video. It's an 18-minute long video. If you don't have 18 minutes to see it, take 2-3 minutes. Go to the Vaisheshika segment and read about the scientific things that you find there. Okay, what did Kannada Maharishi do? So he discovered, and he mentions one thing called gravity. That is not there in that video, but other things you will learn. Okay, but why did we go into gravity and Gurutva? We went into it because what we know today as science and what we give credit to Western scientists, philosophers and scholars is actually our own knowledge. I'm not laying claim to it saying it's only Indian knowledge. It was common knowledge to everyone. Our dharma had this knowledge and it was common knowledge. So when we study in science also, we should ask, hey, is there somebody else who did this before us? Who did this before? Pythagoras theorem. Homework for you. Who was the Maharishi who actually postulated it? Huh? Is it? Go check and tell me. Exactly tell me. Who gave us the Pythagoras theorem? Fibonacci numbers. What did Pingala do? Who was Pingala? What did he do? You will find what all you are seeing in your maths books, you will find actually these rishis have done and given it to us. Okay, so like that, 𝗂𝗪𝗓 talks about astronomy in this shloka. Because we are children here, I thought it is interesting for us to know more. Instead of just learning Hanuman Chalisa, let's learn how 𝗂𝗪𝗓 thought also. No? So yuga sahasra yojana. Yojana is a measure of distance. So yuga is measure of time. Sahasra refers to thousands. So a measure of time into 1000. That's how you should understand. Okay, a measure of time into 1000. Into 1000. Yojana, not thousands, only 1000. Then yojana refers to a measure of distance. What measure of distance? See, yojana, many people wrongly think means a mile. It does not mean a mile. A mile is a mile. Yojana is not a mile. Yojana is equal to 8 miles. Okay, 8 miles, which is actually equal to 1.60934 kilometers. Okay, 8 miles. I am going to put all this in the video also. It's there in the video which is coming. So, yuga sahasra yojana refers to distance, of measure of distance. Okay, at that distance there is, para means what? At that distance there is the sun. So now in this line only, 𝗂𝗪𝗓 has told us at what distance the sun is. Do you know at what distance the sun is believed to be now as per our science, modern science? 8 trillion. 8 billion.
8 billion light years.
It's actually some million kilometers. 153.6 million kilometers. Okay, we just see those numbers 1 minute. I'll refresh it for the sake of the online viewers also, because there will be a lot of numbers that I'm just talking off the top of my head. So if I show this, it is better. There is, okay, all this is not my study. This is not Swami Ramabhadracharya's study either. This was actually, what have I done here? This was actually, there is a organization called 𝗵𝗪𝗂𝗺, 𝗵𝗪𝗂𝗺 India. They in our Vedic literature. So they have been writing extensively about it. Now only for those who are in our class right now, it's there in the video that I am posting on YouTube. So see it so that you will get it down. Anyway, I am going to explain it to you. So in this line, what does Vedic Gyan India say? What is Yuga? What is Yojana? At what distance is the Bhanu sun? Okay, Yuga refers to, as you said, the duration of a Chatur Yuga. In Soundra Lahari class, I explained now on Wednesday. What is the duration of a Chatur Yuga? 4,32,000 years. Okay, 43,20,000 years. Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. Chatur Yuga is 43,20,000 years. Okay, it will become into 10 because the yugas, interestingly, see there are 4 yugas. What are the 4 yugas again? Tell for the purpose of memory. Satya Yuga. Louder, louder.
Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga.
Very good. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. You should know this at the tip of your, on the top of your mind. Okay. Now these 4 yugas are in the ratio of 4:3:2:1. Okay. Kali Yuga is the current yuga. That is the shortest yuga. That has a duration of 4,32,000 years. So if it is 4:3:2:1, add up 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 equal to 10. So the total duration of a Chatur Yuga is 43,20,000 years. Okay, 43,20,000 years. Of the 43,20,000 years, I hope it's clear to the live audience as well. This measure of time is 43,20,000 years. This is equal to how many divine years, you know? I'll explain. 1 day and night of the Devas equal to 1 human year. Okay, 1 human year. That is what we call night of the Devas is our Dakshinayana. The day of our Devas is the Uttarayana. In 1 year there is 1 Dakshinayana and 1 Uttarayana. Correct? So 1 year of humans equal to 1 day and night of the Devas. Okay. So like that if you understand, then 1 divine year equal to 360 human years therefore. Understood? 1 divine year equal to 360 human years. So divide 43,20,000 by 360. That will tell us how many divine years one Chatur Yuga period is. 43,20,000 divided by 360. This has become maths class. Hope Advaji will totally enjoy this. 43,20,000 divided by 360 gives us how many years? Even if you divide the first part and leave the zeros, you will get one number. Yes, Rajaji, I taught this in SL class, but I didn't do this division in SL class. So you can do this now and try. 43,20,000 divided by 360 will give us. The live audience has the answer ready-made on the screen. Our physical class is working out the answer. You are not going to see it there. You are going to do the math. 12,000. 12. Okay. Just do the division correctly. Don't do it in a hurry. 12,000 years. So 12,000. So 1 Chatur Yuga equal to how many divine years? 12,000 years. So now 1 Yuga, when you say, you should take it as 12,000. Okay, because here the Vedic Gyan people in their explanation for this take a quote from Manusmriti which says that 1 Yuga when you say is 43,20,000 years, which is equal to 12,000 divine years. The distance is between 2 divine objects, namely Earth and the Sun, and therefore the Yuga period has to be taken not as 43,20,000 but as 12,000. So 12,000 they have taken. 12,000 into how much? Into 1,000. Okay, 12,000 into 1,000. That is a large number as we know, correct? Now this 12,000 into 1,000 is what? 1,000 yojanas. 1 yojana equal to 8 miles. Okay, and 1 mile equal to 1.60934 kilometers. 1 mile equal to how much? 1.60934 kilometers. Therefore, distance between sun and moon should be worked out like this. 12,000 into 10,000 yojanas. 12,000 into 1,000 into 1 mile, yeah, 1 mile equal to 8, 8 miles, yeah, so into 8 into 1.60934, which is equal to 96 million miles totally it is coming. That is equal to how much kilometers? 153.6 million kilometers. Write the answer, do the math at home as homework. 153.6 million kilometers. So this is the distance. Yuga Sahasra Yojana Par Bhanu. The distance is 153.6 million kilometers. And what is this distance considered to be? The distance between the Earth and the Sun. Is that true or false? To understand that concept, we will see 1 second. there are two distances. What? Completely circular?
Elliptical.
Elliptical. Excellent. Now, when the orbit of the Earth around the Sun is elliptical, will it maintain equal distance from the Sun, or will it maintain varying distances from varying distances? So, at some point, the distance from the Earth to the Sun will be the longest, and at some point, the distance between the Earth to the Sun will be the shortest. These are known as aphelion and perihelion respectively. Okay, now the aphelion distance is 140. Aphelion comes in July, perihelion comes in January. Every time it comes like this. Tell me why July, why January? There is something called some one days there, which happens before July and before January. 22nd of the previous one. Longest day and longest night. Yes. Okay, let's call the solstice, right? Winter solstice, summer solstice, right? So in June, on June 22nd it happens. Within 2 weeks of that, this distance is reached. Then like that, December 22nd, the winter solstice happens. Within 2 weeks of that in January, perihelion is reached. Okay, perihelion distance is 147.1 million kilometers. Aphelion distance is 154 point something kilometer. So happily 𝗟𝗔𝗥𝗡 has given us an average and told 150. How much? What is the distance that we covered finally? 153.6 million kilometers. So he's actually done the calculation, and without, he knows the calculation, and he's nicely given us a trick to know the calculation, to remember it. So 153.6 million kilometers, at that distance there is the Sun. That is the meaning of this line of Hanuman Chalisa. Okay, can we move forward? This was not Hanuman Chalisa, it was astronomy, but it is fun to know all these things. That is why we are learning it, for the interest rather than only for knowing Hanuman Chalisa meaning. One second, I'll just refresh the next page. I hope it's clear for the live audience also. If there are any questions, please ask. Please do, please do. Okay, so next we are... so now we'll see the meaning of 𝗟𝗚𝗃𝗃 What does it mean? Okay, so now 𝗟𝗚𝗃𝗃 Lilyo. Lilyo refers to swallowed. Lilyo tahi. Now in the Ramayana versions that we read, Hanuman did not really swallow the sun. Okay, but here 𝗟𝗪𝗪 is mentioning that he swallowed the sun. For this, Swami 𝗟𝗪𝗪 says that it could have been in a different yuga, different Chatur-yuga cycle. In one Treta yuga, he may have actually swallowed the sun, or the swallow could have been used as an 𝗟𝗪𝗪, exaggeration, to say that he went and tried to capture the sun to eat it like a fruit. So, Lilyo, swallowed, he swallowed. Although he didn't literally swallow it, the intent was to swallow, and he went close enough to swallow. Lilyo tahi. Tahi refers to that. 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, thinking it to be a sweet fruit. Okay, now I've already told the story of how he went and tried to swallow the sun. Who came in the middle?
Indra.
And what did he do?
With his vajra,
He unleashed the thunderbolt. And what happened to Hanuman? He fell down insensate. And then what did 𝗟𝗪𝗪𝗪 do? Took his son to safety, to the waters. And then what? To the Patalaloka. Then what happened? The whole world was bereft of air. So everybody went and requested 𝗟𝗪𝗪𝗪 to come back, and everyone blessed great things to Hanuman. So in this whole incident, what do we see? Hanuman jumping across a huge distance of how much? 156.3 million kilometers. Can we imagine that kind of distance? How much can you jump, usually when you jump? If you are doing some long jump also, how much can you jump? 2 feet you can jump. And he jumped 156.1 million kilometers. We will now compare this with the next shloka's meaning. The whole purpose of bringing this out was to say, in play, as a child, thinking it is fruit, he could jump effortlessly a distance of 156.1 million kilometers. After jumping, you know the curse that he...
153.6.
153.6 million kilometers. Thank you. After having jumped, what happened? When he became indefeatable and he became immortal and all, he continued to be in play. He started uprooting trees. He started doing a lot of naughty things. Then what happened? He got the curse that he will forget his power. I told this in class before. Till Jambavan remains. Now imagine he is about to take another leap. Where? To Lanka. What is the distance between the tip of India, Rameshwaram, and the tip of Sri Lanka? The shortest distance, you know how much? It's very less. Guess, any guesses? Shortest distance between the tip of it. If you look at the distance between Ashokavana and the point from where he's made his jump, it is 224 kilometers. Okay, but if you have the short, he didn't jump all the way to Ashokavana. He jumped only to the entrance of Lanka. After that, he went by various ways, but it was not one jump, correct? So what was the distance you think that he had to make the jump? Not even that much, 56 kilometers he had to jump. Now, for a person who has jumped in millions of kilometers, 56 seems laughable, no? But what did not scare him at all, what he did like play, he didn't get scared, but definitely he was filled with self-doubt. Will I be able to do this? Because he did not know his own power. Now tell me, who are we? We are Atmas. Exactly, we are Atmas. Okay, we are Atmas. What do we identify ourselves with? With our bodies. Okay, so with our bodies, making a 56 kilometer leap seems, a small effort seems to be difficult. But when we do not consider ourselves to be our bodies, and in play when we realize our true selves, when we are totally playful, totally not conscious about all the other things that surround the Atma, how big is our Atma? Much bigger than the 50 kilometers? Much bigger than even the distance between the earth and the sun? Much bigger than anything else? So we are so expansive, so powerful, so all-pervasive, but in our limited selves, we become like Hanuman, scared to make the jump. But when we are like Hanuman, ready to jump to the sun, how are we? All powerful, without any fear. But there was one secret thing that helped him jump. That's what we're going to see in the next sloka. Next verse? What helped him jump? You all know the answer. Okay, so Prabhu Mudrika. What does that mean? Prabhu. Who is Hanuman's Prabhu? Rama. What is Hanuman's Nama? What is his Mudrika? What does Mudrika mean? Ring. What did the ring have? What did this Mudrika have of Rama's? What did it? Face of Sita Lal. Valmiki does not mention, at least in his Charita, he does not mention what the ring has. But Tulsidas mentions. He says the ring of Rama had his name. Okay, it was his Rama Nama. So what did he have? Mukha. Prabhu Mudrika. With the name of Rama embossed on the ring, that's the meaning of Prabhu Mudrika. Okay, with the name of Rama embossed on the ring, Prabhu Mudrika, Meli, placing. Prabhu Mudrika, Meli, placing. Mukha Mahi, in his mouth. Mukha, in his mouth. See, when you are making a leap across the ocean, and Hanuman does not carry extra baggage, not like us, carrying suitcases to go from one town to another. He will pack one overnight suitcase, one carry bag, and one food bag, most importantly. Correct? Which food bag will be heavier than most other bags. Hanuman, when he had to jump across the ocean, did not have any such luggage on hand. Now, where is he supposed to store this magical ring? Somewhere he had to store. So, true to the nature of monkeys, he took the safest place, namely his mouth. So he put it in his mouth and said, I'm going to jump. So Meli Mukha Mahi, placing it in his mouth. Jalabhi Langhi Gaye. Jalabhi refers to the ocean. Langhi Gaye, he jumped over. Acharajanahi, what is the wonder in that? Okay, he asked, what is the wonder in that? That he jumped across the ocean, keeping the name of Rama in his mouth. Mute here. So keeping the name of Rama in his mouth. So here, what was the secret weapon which helped him finally to take that leap?
Rama's name.
Rama's name. Very good. So Rama's name was a secret weapon which helped him take that leap. So where were we? Holding the symbol of Rama, keeping the name of Rama in his mouth, he was able to take the leap. Now let's compare let's see the inner significance of Hanuman leaping over the ocean. Okay, so, and remember the previous two we have seen that he was the Guru who led Sugriva and Vibhishana respectively to the Lord, correct? But what does this crossing over the ocean signify? What does the ocean signify?
Crossing the
Samsara Sagara. Very good, Sukit. Standard answer. Samsara Sagara he has to cross. So who is he? He is the Guru. He is the Guru. So what kind of a Guru can help the devotee go to the Lord? The Guru who has crossed the Samsara Sagara himself. So any Guru who is happily trapped in Samsara Sagara, if you go to the Guru and say, help me go to the Lord, will the Guru be able to lead?
No.
In Kali Yuga, it's easy to find such gurus who have crossed Samsara Sagara. Will they come and declare themselves to you saying, I have crossed Samsara Sagara, so please help me cross? So I will help you cross. No, na. If somebody tells you that, you should be scared of them. You should not believe them and then run after them and say, yeah, help me cross. Because nobody will come out and tell you that, yeah, I have crossed the Samsara Sagara and I will help you cross the Samsara Sagara. Anybody who tells you that is probably not telling you the truth. Right? So, if he has crossed the Samsara Sagara and he is capable of helping everyone cross the Samsara Sagara, what is our benefit in this? How do we gain? Sugriva and Vibhishana gained. What is our benefit? How can we gain? The method, how he crossed Samsara Sagara is given to us in that answer, in that shloka. What does it say? 𝗟𝗵𝗀𝗧𝗥𝗡 𝗟𝗪𝗂𝗺 keeping the Lord's name on his lips, he crossed. So, when the Guru's path has been shown to us, how did the Guru achieve this? It has been shown to us. So, as good Sishyas, what should we do? We should look at the first line of this verse and say, let me keep the Lord's name in my mouth. Then, like how Hanuman crossed the Samsara Sagara, I will cross the Sagara of my troubles first. Whether or not I cross Samsara Sagara, I will not be angry. What are the six? There will be six crocodiles. Yeah, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. In our own little whirlpool of a Samsara Sagara, these six will be nicely waiting to catch us every time. And we keep getting caught by them every time and we get mauled by those crocodiles. So if you have Ramanama on your lips, at least safely you will be able to overcome the impact of those six crocodiles and you will be able to cross safely and overcome your present troubles. So that is the upaya given, sulabha upaya given to us. Okay. So only one who has crossed the Samsara Sagara is capable of helping people like Sugriva and Vibhishana cross. In the same way, he shows us the path. Take Rama's name and you will cross. Okay, next we will just learn the next verse also. With that we will complete this section. And then the next section does not talk about the deeds, but it talks about the importance of getting Hanuman's grace. So we will learn this one, the next verse. One second, I will refresh it for the life. Durgam kaaj jagat ke jete Durgam kaaj jagat ke jete Sugamanugraha tumhare te Sugamanugraha tumhare te Durgam kaaj jagat ke jete Sugamanugraha tumhare te Together. Durgam kaaj jagat ke jete Sugamanugraha tumhare te. Very easy verse, we understand the meaning. Durgama, difficult. Durgama, difficult. Kaaj, work. Difficult work. Durgama kaaj, difficult work. Jagat ke, of the world. Jagat ke, of the world. Jete, which are there. Jete is not one word, okay. Jete should be broken up and understood, which are there. Meaning is are there. Jete does not mean no. Jete are there. So whatever difficult work of the world are there. Sugam, easy. Anugraha. Anugraha means what? Grace. Sugam, easy. Anugraha, grace. Tumhare, your. Te, they become. They become. 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡 are there. 𝗟𝗘, they become. So the summary meaning is all the difficult tasks of this world, they become easy by your grace. As we have seen, what are all the upayas that we have learned to make difficult tasks easy in this world by His grace? From these 10 shlokas, 10 verses which talk about right from 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗀 incident to till here. What are the upayas which Hanuman has shown us to make difficult tasks easy? Bhakti, chant Ramanama, anything else? What are the upayas? What are the methods which Hanuman has? What are the upayas? Not to get those. Upaya means method. How to solve the problem. Live viewers also can answer. How to solve the problems that faces. How to make life, all the difficult things easy by His grace. Okay. Okay. Always you must understand. Hold the feet of the Guru. Very nice. Hold the feet of the Guru. In this case, Hanuman. And then have the name of the Lord on your lips. Then bhakti, have bhakti to the Lord. One thing he tells to Vibhishana, I don't know if you all remember, I told it in that class when I talked about Vibhishana Sharanagati also. What does he say?
Even if you are a Rakshasa or anyone, if you are a Bhakta,
if you fix your mind resolutely on Rama. See, Bhakta, everybody can say I am Bhakta, I am Bhakta. You can undertake costly pujas and say I am a Bhakta. Will that make you a Bhakta? What will really make you a Bhakta is known only to you, because it happens only within you. Nobody else can look at you and say, he's a great Bhakta. Okay, so Bhakti is something which is very, very personal. Bhakti is there when you fix your mind resolutely on the Lord. So if you fix your mind resolutely on the Lord, have the Lord's name on your lips and hold firmly to the feet of the Guru, then you can cross any problem. Not just samsara sagar, any problem, any difficult thing will become easy. In the first 10, trust in God, complete surrender, very nice, complete surrender to Bhagavan, complete surrender by holding the feet of the Guru. Also, in the first 10 verses, all the qualities of Hanuman were mentioned. Right, now we have reached half point of Hanuman Chalisa, 20 verses are over, Chalisa is 40, right? So I am going to give I've already given a lot of homework today. What are the things that I have asked you to do really? Work out the math which is remaining. Then see the video and understand Vaisheshika. And then second thing that I asked you to do was work out this math. Pythagoras, who is the source? Okay. Then the other homework, this homework which I want to give, I will give in the next class. We will do a summary of this 20 verses, what we have learned. 11 to 20 we have seen the summary now. Have bhakti for the Lord by fixing your mind on the Lord. Take the Lord's name on your lips. Complete surrender to the Lord by holding the feet of the Guru. These are the upayas that Hanuman gives us through these verses of Hanuman Chalisa, which we can see. From 1 to 10 also there is a homework that I'll ask. We'll do that in the next class. So all the other homework if we do, it's good. So this shloka, that's all is a meaning. 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡, essentially everything that is difficult becomes easy by the grace of Hanuman. Now from 20 onwards, Tulsidas deals with how we should pray for Lord Hanuman's grace and why we should pray for Lord Hanuman's grace. Why is he important in helping us develop bhakti to the Lord? Okay, that's also nice. So we'll see that in the next class. We'll close it Om 3 times. 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗀. धन्यवादः. Thank you. I'm going to close this session. धन्यवाद.